What's up, everybody? This is RadTechShoe, and I'm bringing you episode 7 of my Dante's Inferno LP. We're about to head through Lust. And this is going to be a long chapter right here, the Lust section. So right here, we're going to rappel down, and we're going to be able to swing left and right as long as we hold R1. And then we can just simply double jump. Alright, slide all the way down. And we're going to swing all the way across. Slide all the way down. And over there you can see the bone column that we have to get through on the right. Nothing up top, so let's go ahead and go right. Drop on down, grab the wall, and here we're going to get a breakable object. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing, and then we're going to melee. It usually takes about 3 hits for these things to break. Alright, so... Alright, so now we have some basic flying enemies, but luckily for us, they stay still. Alright, let's get out of here. Slide all the way down, and now we have actually entered Lust.
King Richard wants us to prisoners? That is the king's command?
He intends to negotiate the exchange of these prisoners for the return of the true cross.
Negotiate with heretics?
I can comfort you if you let my brother go.
I have a woman in Florence.
Dante, don't.
Let me comfort you.
Alright, so it looks like Dante has been a little unfaithful to Beatrice. So right here we have Francesca de Polenta. She fell in love with Paolo, the younger brother of her old and deformed husband. And when her husband discovered her adultery, he killed them both. So here we are. We're just going to go ahead and power through this once again. You know, that's the only, I mean, these things are kind of slow and they take a long time. And you're going to see me later on in a different chapter, not a different chapter, a different part of Lust. You know, I'm going to fail at one of these repeatedly. Like, well, not fail. You can't fail, but I'm going to do really bad at one of these. And speaking of Lust, this chapter is going to be broken up into 3 segments and not 2. There's just so much to do, and I spend a long time getting it done that I could not break it into 2 videos. I could only go into 3, you know, and keep each video under 20 minutes.
Redeem yourself.
So I decided to break Lust into 3 segments and not 2. So right here now we have, we just unlocked Holy Level 2. So right here I'm going to buy some health. And now my health bar is bigger. And with that, we have entered Lust. So let's move forward and trigger a cutscene.
Looking for someone?
And there is our main objective right there, the tower inside the storm. So, it's time, and watch out for the lightning balls here. There are lightning balls that run along this track, and it's kind of a small puzzle that we need to solve in order to get past the storm cloud and into the actual tower. So, here is what's going on with Lust. This is the second circle of hell, and what it is it is for people who have whose carnal desires have taken hold of them, and it pretty much affected them in their life to the point where it was like the main driving force in their mindset. They just let it. It just took over their lives, and they could not be reasonable or rational with it. Alright, so as you can see, we got to turn this ball back around and launch it forward, and it will punch a hole in the storm. However, I noticed Virgil over here, and I decided to go interact with him. So as you can see, there are people floating in the storm. This symbolizes how them being caught in the storm and not being able to control their fates. Like, you know, they're at the mercy. They can't control anything. They're just, you know, they have no control. It symbolizes that the lack of control they had with their passion and their lust when they were alive. It symbolizes that pretty much. So that's the meaning behind the storm and the damned that have been condemned to the circle of lust. They're stuck in that storm forever, and they can't get out of it, and they can't control what happens to them because they could not control their carnal desires while they were alive. So, we got 2 secret areas on this bridge before we actually head into the lust storm. I was lucky enough to find them. So here's another relic. Alright, so the Philippio Rage. I'm just looking around here. I thought I saw another area back here that I could jump to, but I can't. So it's like, okay, fine. So let's go check out the Philippio Rage. This is actually a relic where it will require Unholy level 5 to equip, and Dante can block previously unblockable demonic attacks. So it's something to look forward to, but we haven't seen a whole lot of demonic unblockable attacks yet. Alright, so let's get ready, let's throw the switch, and let's head into the storm. We're gonna just barely make it, and once we go through the storm and actually land on the other side, we're gonna be introduced to a brand new enemy that's a bit freaky. Okay, so this is a Temptress. Temptresses, as you can see, they're pretty much, you know, females who are absolutely, you know, they're lost in lust. They cannot control themselves. If left alone, they'll actually start moaning and, you know, writhing in pleasure. Like, they'll just start moaning all, you know, and behave erotic. That spike that launches out from her crotch, if it connects with Dante, if it actually hits him, it'll pretty much impale him, and Dante will have to play a quick little mini-game button combination in order to break free. And these things actually take quite a beating. It takes a lot of slashes to take care of them, and they're very quick. So I recommend trying to air juggle them, or throwing them is actually decent if you can get a hold of them. So as you can see, the one on the left, I left it alone for a little bit, and she just started moaning and stuff. But I'm gonna pretty much I'm gonna just activate my special ability and just, you know, wail on him. There we go. She's almost dead now. Ah, finally. Alright, so, now we're at the base of the tower. The Tower of Lust, as you can see right here, has a snake head right here at the bottom, and the snake body is wrapped around the tower. Snakes, in ancient lore, were pretty much symbols of fertility, and considering this is the domain and the Tower of Lust, you know, you can bet there's a lot of reproduction going on. So it's kind of fitting that a snake is here, and it is a part of the tower. Anyway, turn the crank. The fangs are locked into the ground. They prevent you from raising the crank all the way. So let go of the crank when you got it up as high as you can go, and break the fangs. And then you'll be able to return to the crank. And somehow the analog stick is like not working, so I let go, I try it again, and now we can actually turn the crank all the way, raise the snake head up. His tongue will be used as a stepping stone, and it will move up to the next area. And upon entry to the next area, we will see someone.
Beatrice! Wait!
To this circle was judged Semiramis, Queen of Assyria, Empress of many tongues. Her passion ruled her and her kingdom.
Alright, who Virgil was talking about was not who we saw. The girl who was climbing the tower and who created the storm around the tower, that was Cleopatra. She is the ruler of lust. This is her kingdom. So we are going to be fighting her. She is the boss of this circle of lust. So we're actually drawing very close to the end of the first episode of this chapter. Like I said, I'm breaking this. I'm breaking lust into 3 sections and not 2 because there's quite a bit to do, and I do spend a long time figuring some stuff out or getting to certain areas. So I'm gonna actually kind of get stuck here for a little bit before I figure out what's going on. All I know is, like, this tower, this pillar right here is absolutely necessary. It's part of the puzzle, but I'm like, okay, how do I figure out, how do I do this? How do I raise up the platform? How do I get this out of here? I know this pillar is part of it. It's part of the puzzle. I just don't know what part. I don't know what to do next. So at first I was thinking I got to jump up on top, but Dante can't reach it. So right here, I should have noticed the pathway going left and right, but it took me a while. I'm still thinking about jumping on top, and if you notice, the pillars are shaped like, well, let's just say they have a very specific design attached to them, you know. And right here is pretty much when I start to notice it. Like, right over here, I notice, I'm like, wait, hold on. And I'm like, damn it, man, how could I miss something so obvious? So I'm going to run down here, grab the health fountain, and on the left side is the save point that I'm going to use, and it's where I'm going to end this video. Alright, so I'm going to save right here, and then we're going to pick off in part 2 where we actually ascend the tower. And I will see you all there. This is RadTech Shu, signing off.